We continued sending music through, sent music. The following one I remember it was quite a nice one. I remember getting 3,000 Rand, and I mean, I know it was 10 years ago, 3,000 Rand was a lot more than it is now, but it wasn't a hang of a lot. And that was pretty cool. Continue working, fast forward, I think maybe another 1 or 2 years, and then payments of, 13,000 here, 5,000 there, 10,000 there. Now Samro doesn't pay you like a salary. You get paid according to a payout, a distribution schedule, right? And that distribution schedule has all your various payments. You'll see that there's payments for radio in general. You'll see there's payments for TV sequencing. There's payments for foreign royalties. Mobile and internet transmission, I think, is another one. So there's all these different payments, and they happen in different parts of the year. So I realized at that point that I need this schedule on me so that I can start checking, hey, there's a payment that came through. Oh, it was for that. Oh, that was cool. That was foreign. That's nice. Or that was from radio in general. Okay, that's where I'm getting my royalties from. That's sort of like set up the framework for earning royalties. I now know over time that not every single performance rights organization works like that. There's other performance rights organizations where they will pay you quarterly. Some will just do 4 payments in the year at various points. Every single one works a little bit differently around the world, and you don't necessarily have to register with SAMRO. I know I've always like told people, register with SAMRO, but there are benefits in various scenarios where it might make sense for you to say register with another PRO that works in another part of the world. And not to say because you're from South Africa you have to register with SAMRO, because you're from America you must be with BMI, because you're from, it doesn't work like that. You don't have to do that. But yeah, we'll get into that another time. I think for now it's just important to know that there is a schedule with SAMRO and they pay according to that for the most part. Cool. So I was sort of chopping and changing. I remember between 2018 and about 2022, I was chopping and changing between working with artists, trying to run a studio, making some library music here and there, and it was a sort of on and off process. I think things really started to change in my mind when I got a CNN placement. That happened in 2019. Funny story, I was at the TV, I think I was passing the TV, and CNN was playing on TV, and I heard my song. And I was like, whoa, what's that? I made something, I grabbed the remote and I checked, and I was like, is this really my track? Really? My dad came past and he was like, what do you mean? Is this your song? And I was like, yes, this is my song. I could see he didn't really believe me. But anyway, I carried on listening, and then he Shazams it, and there it is, a picture of me with my name. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this is my track. So 2019, I got a massive placement, and it just continued to play over and over and over again. My actual payout for that started earlier this year, so it's 2024. So it's quite a bit of time that had passed. Obviously, there's COVID and a whole host of other issues that happened, but my payout came through, and I saw it, and I was like, whoa, this is different. And that sort of changed things for me. It set me on a path of basically revolutionizing the way that I do things, realizing just how much effort I put into running studio sessions, the time that I put into running studio sessions, and the outcome from that, placing songs on streaming platforms, the outcome from that, and seeing that for my effort and for my investment, the music was good, but the outcome was, it left a lot to be desired. And when I saw this, I was like, I've kind of been half-assing it this entire time over the past 10 years, putting out a couple of tracks here and there to various publishers, sending them out to various publishers, and this is the outcome. One of them really, really popped off. And the thing that I think clicked in my mind was that I think this particular placement, the CNN placement, was made when I was at my absolute lowest. It was in 2018. I remember I had next to no money. I had like 64 Rand in my bank account. I did not know what I was going to do next. I remember waking up at like 3 a.m. thinking to myself, how am I going to pay all the bills that I have? How am I going to sustain myself? Was this a good idea? Like, I'm a trained physiotherapist. Why am I here? I've quit my job. What's the next move? And I remember during that time is when I made the beats that I now look at my statements, and those beats that I made in that dark time are the ones that are really pushing my entire sync career all the way forward, which is just, it's wild to think. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you need any extra resources, just have a look in my description. You'll find my ebooks, you'll find my blog, my WhatsApp channel, as well as the other social medias that you can follow me on. Peace.